Alright. الحمد لله الذي لم يخلق الإنسان عبثا ولم يتركه سدى بل خلقه ليذكره وكلفه ليشكره أناط سعادته وكماله بطاعته وربط شقاءه وخسرانه بمعصيته والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه أما بعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We thank Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, for this opportunity where we meet to give ourselves, inshallah, as little as we can, the Tafsir of the book of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Today, inshallah, being the first day, it is like an introductory, day, and Alhamdulillah, we will start by introducing ourselves to the Quran. Alhamdulillah, Al-Quran is a book that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala sent down to us as Muslims to guide us on how we can live a successful life in this world and a better life in the hereafter. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala described the Quran in a verse in Surah Al-Baqarah that ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. He said, that is the book, that is the Quran. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is referring to the Quran. That ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. That is the book in which there is no doubt. هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. It is a guidance for those who are God conscious. That is, it is a guidance to us in order to lead us towards the kind of life that will make us have good life in this world and have a better life in the hereafter. When you look at the Quran, everything Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala commanded us with in the Quran, they are things that when we do them, we will live a happy life, we will live a successful life, we will live, a prosperous life that is in this world. And after our death, that is, after our death, we will have a more successful, more, a much happier life than what we have in this world. That is why Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said to us in another verse of the Quran that whoever follows the Quran by doing what Allah commands him to do and living what Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala commands him to abstain from, he said, "Man amila salihan min dhakarin aw untha wa huwa mu'min falanuhyiyannahu hayatan tayyibah wa lanajziyannahum ajrahum bi ahsani ma kanu ya'malun." Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala in this noble verse of the Quran said, "Man amila salihan," whoever does righteous deed, min dhakarin, whether male, aw untha, or a female, wa huwa mu'min, and he is a believer. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, "Falanuhyiyannahu," we shall certainly make him live in this world hayatan tayyibah, a good life, a pleasant life, a decent life, a bearable life. Nuhyiyannahu hayatan tayyibah wa lanajziyannahum, and we shall surely reward them, that is in the hereafter, ajrahum, their reward, bi ahsani ma kanu ya'malun, with something better than what they have. The Quran It's a book Allah Ta'ala command us to ponder over it when we read it. That's why He said to us in a verse of the Quran that Kitabun anzalnahu ilayka liyadabbaru ayati wa liyatadhakkara ulul albab. Allah Ta'ala said, Kitabun, a book, that is the Quran, anzalnahu ilayka, we revealed it unto you, liyadabbaru ayati, for them to ponder over its revelations, over its signs. Yadabbaru ayatihi wa liyatadhakkara ulul albab. And for those, for people of understanding, for them to what? To think over it, for them to get admonished with it. When you follow the Quran, you will have a good life. Because Allah Ta'ala is the one that created us, and He understands us better than ourselves. And that's why He attached us with a book in which we are to follow and to have a good life. Just like the manufacturer of the car or the phone or whatever you use, the gadget, you see the manufacturer attached his product with what? With a manual. So you are also a product of Allah. Allah created you. Allah made you. And for you to have a good life, He attached you with a book that when you follow, you will rest. If you refuse to follow, you will suffer. If you refuse to follow, you will suffer. So for us to appreciate what we are going to listen to in the Quran, that's why we need to begin to first of all make ourselves understand what is that Quran. What is it serving to us? So don't think it is a book that just came to teach you what to do, to give something to Allah. No. It is a book that came to teach you what to do for you to enjoy yourself. Allah doesn't need you. Allah Ta'ala, He doesn't need you. So you don't have any work to do to give Him. That's why in a verse of the Quran, He said, Ma uridu minhum min rizq. I don't need any sustenance from them. That is from all His creatures. And He said, Wama uridu an yut'im. Wama uridu an yut'imun. Neither do I need, you know what, them to feed me. Ma uridu minhum min rizq. Neither do I need wealth from them. Wama uridu an yut'imun. Neither do I need food or the sustenance from them. Allah is who? He said, Inna Allah huwa razzaqu. He, Allah Ta'ala, is what? Ar-Razzaqu, the one who enriches, who what is mateen, the one who have what? A strong power. So Allah doesn't need us. We are the ones that need Allah. Antumul fuqara ila Allah. You are the ones who are in need towards Allah. Wallahu huwal ghaniyyul hamid. Allah Ta'ala is al-Ghani, the one who is wealthy, and Hamid, worthy of praise. So if you want to talk about the Quran, there are a lot of things, of amazing things that you have to learn in the Quran. So it is a book of life. It is a book that comes to guide you. It is a book that comes to make you, a better person. It is a book that comes to make you live a human life. And when you refuse to follow it, you will live what? An animal life. Or even worse than an animal life. We can see the way some of our, some part of our societies are today. You see human being doing things that you can't imagine. Why he is doing that? See people kidnapping people, people killing people, people doing so many evil things that Allah Ta'ala have already prohibited. Why? Because they don't follow the Quran. So Al-Quran, it is a book that Allah Ta'ala taught us how to live our life. It taught us everything. That's why in a verse of the Quran, Allah Ta'ala said, مَا فَرَّطْنَا فِي الْكِتَابِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. Nothing is left untouched in the Quran. All aspects of your life, Quran have something to say. Your business life, your marital life, your social life, your political life, any aspect, anything you want to do, there is a way Allah Ta'ala command you to. And that is why you as a Muslim, you have to thank Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Allah have done a lot of things for us. As a human being, He said, وَآتَاكُم مِّن كُلِّ مَا سَأَلْتُمُوهُ, of giving you everything you ask. وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. If you are to count the blessings or the bounties or the good things Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala have done for you, you will not be able to cover them. And also as Muslims, one thing we need to know about Quran is when you come to where Quran is being recited, or when you come to where Quran is being taught, remember that you are listening to the word of Allah. It is shaitan that disturbs at such a place. And that is why the first thing Allah commanded you to do when you want to read the Quran is what? You do isti'ādah. You do what? Isti'ādah. That is to recite a'udhu. The first thing you do as a Muslim when you want to start the Quran, because shaitan will not always want you to be successful. He is ever ready to what? To fight you, to destroy you. So he said to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, ثُمَّ لَآتِيَنَّهُ. He said to Allah that He is going to attack us. مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ, that is the children of Adam. ثُمَّ لَآتِيَنَّهُمْ مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ وَعَنْ أَيْمَانِهِمْ وَعَنْ شَمَائِلِهِمْ. He said, I'm going to make to come to them, that is to attack them, to distract them. From what? مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ, from their front. وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ, and from behind them. وَعَنْ أَيْمَانِهِمْ, and from their right hand side. وَعَنْ شَمَائِلِهِمْ, and from their left hand side. And he said, وَلَا تَجِدُ أَكْثَرَهُمْ شَاكِرِينَ. Oh Allah, you will not see most of them being grateful to you. And also, we should also remember something. When they say shaitan, it's not only one. Because that is where some of us are getting it wrong. You have the head, which is the Iblis. That is the head of the shaitan. The word shaitan goes for anyone who is a problem or who is preventing anything good. The word shaitan is for anybody who is not accepting the truth, who fights the truth, and who also prevent people or discourage people from accepting or following the truth. And that is why there is shaitan of jinn and there is shaitan of man. Shaitan of jinn is a jinn, and shaitan of man is human being like me and you. That's why Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says shayateen al-ins wal-jinn. Allah says shaitan of ins and jinn. Take for example, as we are doing tafsir now, anybody disturbing, he is behaving like shaitan that time. Why? Because he is doing something that is going to distract people from what? Paying attention to what is done at that moment. So that is why as a Muslim, there are things you don't pray to fall inside. Don't fall into attitude or behaviors that will make you to look like what? Shaitan. Because shaitan is somebody who is out of the mercy of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So if you want to recite the Quran, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, فَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, when you want to recite the Quran, begin by seeking Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala protection from who? From shaitan, the outcast. So you say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. The word أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, it means I seek refuge, I seek protection. That is, you are looking for Allah to protect you. From who? Min ash-shaytan, from who? Shaitan. And a shaitan, and the word shaitan means something being what? Distant, something far. Shaitan is distant from the mercy of Allah. Is somebody far from the rahmah of Allah, from Allah's mercy. So you are seeking Allah to protect you from somebody who is what? Far from Allah's mercy. So yes, you are asking Allah to protect you from the original shaitan, the one who refused to obey Allah. You see, as we say, when someone refuse to obey Allah or to accept the truth, after knowing the truth, then he becomes what? A shaitan. If you look at shaitan, he knows this is Allah speaking to him. He knows Allah understands him better than himself. He knows Allah created him, but he is still claiming he understands something different from what Allah is telling him. Allah asked him to bow to Prophet Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, and he refused. Allah asked him why. He said, "Ana khayrun minhu." I'm better than him. "Khalaqtani min narin." You created me from what? From fire. "Wa khalaqtahu min tin." And you created Adam from what? From clay. Or from what? Sand. So he feels he's better than who? Better than Adam. The issue is, how will you know you are better than him? The person who made the fire, who created you out of the fire, is the one who created this one. So he knows what is available in it better than any other person. And if he commands you with something, you believe in him, you know he is more powerful than you, and you know you can disobey him if he wants. But you see, that wrong thing on his head made him to not what? To know he is deviating. Doesn't make him to understand he's suffering himself. That you see, when he wanted to live long, did he give himself that power, or he asked Allah to give him? He asked Allah. Why? Because he doesn't have any power. He doesn't know anything except what Allah made him to know. That's why the angels who understood that, then they say, "Qalu subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana." They say, "Glory unto you, Shaykh." The angels were saying to Allah subhanaka, "Glory be to you, la ilma lana, we have no knowledge, innaka anta al-alim al-hakim." You are the one who is all-knowing, all wise. So by saying "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim," you said you are seeking refuge with Allah from shaitan, that is the one who is distant from the mercy of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, ar-rajim, the outcast. The word ar-rajim can be either ar-rajim or al-marjum, that is the outcast, or somebody who casts something. That is the one who either casts something, or the one who is what? Outcast. That is the one that is thrown out far from what? From the mercy of Allah, or the one who throws something. Shaitan either throws, or he's being thrown out of what? The mercy of Allah. How is he throwing something? He usually throws what? Confusion, distraction into our hand. So he casts what? That's why in Surah Al-Nas we say, "Alladhi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas." The one who whispers into what? The heart of what? Mankind. So all is still what? Bad. Whether as the one who casts distraction, or who whispers into the heart of mankind, or the one that is casted or distant from the world, from the mercy of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So today being an introductory day, so I won't take us too far. We'll have the introduction. We'll also give the introduction of the isti'adha, and inshallah, we are going to take the surahs one by one until where Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala this time maybe we'll be able to reach up to. If Allah this time will get up to Surah Al-Nas, alhamdulillah. And if Allah decides to pick us before we reach Surah Al-Nas, then maybe others will be able to continue. But basically today, what we want to get ourselves used to as a Muslim, you should pray to have opportunity of listening to the tafsir of the book of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, because we need that. Like now, what Allah needs ultimate from you, not just the recitation. You need to be reciting the Quran, understanding what you are reading, ponder over it, and let it reflect in your life. That's what makes you a Muslim. Sahabas radiallahu anhu, one day they came to Sayyidatuna Aisha radiallahu anha, asking her that كيف كان خلق الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. They said to her, how is the character of the messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم? She said to them, كان خلقه القرآن. She said to them, the character of the messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم is what? Al-Quran. So if you want to be a good Muslim, compare your behavior as a child, as a mother, as a father, as a neighbor, as a leader, as a businessman, as anything, compare your life to the Quran. Is it going in conformity to the teachings of the Quran? So if your lifestyle conforms to the Quran, you are a good Muslim, even if the entire world say you are a bad person. And if your life does not conform to the teachings of the Quran, even if the whole world gather and say you are the best person, you are still what? A bad person. Because the good person is the one Allah says is good, and the bad person is the one Allah Ta'ala says is what? Is bad. And to you as a Muslim, your yardstick is the Quran. So inshallah, in our subsequent sitting, we are going to look at the beginning of Surah Al-Fatiha, which is the first chapter or first surah of the glorious Quran. So inshallah, I won't take you, beyond this time. So, and I think inshallah we'll always, end our tafsir maybe before when it is time for Adhan for Isha, and we will be having it just Thursdays only, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك والى لقاء اخر ان شاء الله.